What's up guys, and welcome to a new video. So today we're going to show you our brand new custom Gheenoe LT10. Alright, before we get the video started, we're going to give a big shout out to Allie over at Crystal River Marina, who helped me along the way, helped me with my 10,000 questions I had about this boat. So if you guys have been watching for a while, you know that Heather and I had a Gheenoe Highsider for a while. Absolutely loved it, but we wanted something just a little bit of an upgrade, and this is what we came out with. So this is our, like I said, 2023 custom Gheenoe LT10. So we're gonna walk around the boat. I'm gonna show you guys what my options were. The cool thing about custom Gheenoe is you get to build the boat exactly how you want. So you can build it with a front hatch, a front deck, you can build it without a front deck, all types of things. So just going over my build, I went with the front deck, obviously, and one front hatch right here. Moving to the middle of the boat, I did the small center box, which is a dry storage as well from the inside.
The other option would have been basically 2 times the length.
So they do make
more space in
it's
the
called,
center.
I believe it's called a fore and aft, and it's I believe it's twice as long, and then it's divided, you can get it divided into 2, and it's just basically a longer bench. I didn't do that because a lot of times I bring a cooler on board, and my cooler actually sits right in here, and then you would have no room for feet, obviously. So like I said, this is the small center box. You can kind of get an idea of what's inside. I want to say it's about 15 inches by like 24, somewhere around there. So I just keep like tackle and things like that, phones and such in there. This is a grab bar from Custom Gheenoe as well. I actually went with the removable one, which is nice. So when we go diving for scallops or anything like that, I can take that out, and it's just one less thing in the boat. Most of the time I use it because it's nice to have it while you're running at speed. And then I have the stainless steel rod holders just on both sides. Wrap the handle with paracord. Just a nice little clean look. And moving on to the back of the boat, you're going to see that I have the new style rear deck. So the old style rear deck was all one solid piece. This had like a hole right here, and then right here you had a hatch that opened like this. Now on my boat I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go with the new style because it's nice and easy to clean. For me it's nice and easy, just pick it up, wash it down. I can get to my gas, I can get to my cast net, things like that, a lot easier in my opinion. And then we have 4 rod holders, 2 on each side. And then we have up here in front, these are the foldable rod holders as well. So they go on there, and then you snap on with this right here. So that is the basic build of the boat. So now we're going to go over the things that I've done to the boat since then. Obviously, the most obvious one is probably the marine mat. It's a lot like Sea Deck, but in my opinion, I feel like it's a little bit better. And I feel like it's a local business as well, which I like supporting the local business. So I had them come out, they scanned my boat, got the exact measurements, built it how I wanted. We did a 48-inch ruler on the side, and then we did a 24-inch ruler up here in the front.
Are you implying that I'm going to catch smaller fish?
Maybe. Whoever's in the front catches the smaller fish, which isn't actually true because Heather usually outfishes me. So, and then we have the marine mat in the back also. I have it on the rear deck. Have it in the back just to kind of keep my gas tank in place and things like that. And as you'll notice, some people might question this right here. This basically right here is where my fuel line comes up into the engine, and it rubs on this. And before I put this, it used to leave a little black mark. So I put that little pad right there, and since then I haven't had any little black marks. So now moving on to the back of the boat. All right. So this is a 2021 Tohatsu 15 horsepower electronically fuel injected without having to run a battery. One of the best investments I've made. So aside from that, we have the on-the-fly jack plate. This thing right here, if you don't already know, is a godsend when you want to run in skinny water. So I can run this boat with this setup. I can run this boat at about 6 inches of water. I can't run at speed, but I can idle in about 6 inches of water, which is great. So what's cool about the on-fly jack plate is if you come around to the back, you can see right now it's jacked up about 5 to 6 inches above the top of the transom. And then as you can see, in a matter of seconds, I can run it all the way down, and that's where I'm able to get on plane and go at speed. When I get into shallow water is when I'm typically jacking it back up, and I'll run it in shallow water, very shallow, like 6, 7, 8 inches of water. So we've actually had this boat for about 3 months now. The reason I haven't done a video on it is because I've been doing everything I wanted to do to it before I actually showed it off. So one of the main things that I've been waiting on, Heather was nice enough to buy me for Christmas, which is the Carbon Marine tiller pillar right here. This is a 36-inch carbon fiber tiller pillar, and basically what this does is it allows me to run the boat from a standing position, so I can control the engine and everything from standing up right here. Speed, angle, all of that good stuff. Perfect height and length because I can run right here and I can steer all the way behind me both ways. And like I said, that's a 36-inch tiller pillar from Carbon Marine. So one of the main things that I really wanted on this boat, and my wife was nice enough to buy it for me for Christmas.
He was looking for that 3-foot box for about a month.
Yeah, I was searching the whole house, never found it. All right, so now we're going to cut to the last trip we ever made on our Gheenoe high sailor, which actually started our, I guess, Gheenoe adventures. So we'll cut to that real quick, and then afterwards, if you stay around, I'll put everything in the boat, how I run it, how I fish it, and we'll show you guys exactly my setup and what I feel like works best for me. So here's the video. Heather is hooked up. I think she's on a big snook right now. It's hard to tell. It's fighting pretty good. I'm gonna go over here. Where's your line?
I can't.
Hey, you're good.
He's running. Oh!
Whew. Nice snook, babe. Pow! Alright, now the question is he a keeper?
What's the slot?
28 to 32.
He's right at.
You wanna keep him?
I'm game if you want to. How many snook? One snook per person?
Snook.
Per person or per boat?
Per person.
Yeah, I say we keep him. I've never had snook.
I'll start the fire. You do the cleaning. Let's go. That's a good one. Nice. Not bad, right? Nice little keeper red. What do you think? Keep him or let him go?
I say we keep him.
Keep him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers to the last ride out on the Gheenoe Highsider. On to something new. We'll see what it is soon. All right, here we are. We're back. And this is the boat. This is how I run the boat 90% of the time. So we'll start from the front, you know. This is it's actually an Arctic ultralight 32-ounce cooler. 32 ounce or 32 quart. We're gonna go with quart. Ounce would be very small. So yeah, this is, you know, I keep my drinks in here, ice. If we keep fish, we tend to keep them in here. All right, so this is my 8-foot stakeout pole. It is a parking pole by Yak Attack. Wasn't exactly sure who it was by, but it's fiberglass, it's super light, it's very flexible. It also doubles as a push pole, so you can use the bottom as a push pole when you're in really skinny water. which is cool. Usually I just stick that in one of the rod holders, just leave it right there during the day. Down here you'll see this is the rod holder. So for those of you that are new to Gheenoes, this is a very cool feature. So you'll see right here we have 2 holes on each side of the boat. You stick the rod tip in there, feed it through, and then you put your rod right here, strap it on there, and then you can run at speed all day long, and this is barely gonna move whatsoever. So usually I run 2 rods here. Whoever comes with me, if somebody's fishing with me, my dad, my wife, they put their rod on the other side. And then instead of having a live well on this boat, I actually went and did the Justin Menendez trick. If any of you ever watched Justin Menendez, this is exactly what he does. So he has a Yeti loadout bucket, just like this, and basically use this as a live well. I hang my aerator on the side, like so, drop it in the bucket, and then I have this mesh trash can Yeti lid that you can put on like so, and it prevents fish from, especially mullet, from being able to jump out of the bucket. And then I just bungee strap it to the back of the center box right here, and I run it like that all day and it never moves at all. And then moving on to the back, we've got our 8-foot cast net that I just keep in a bucket like that. It fits right back here, nice and neat. And then we've got our 3-gallon gas tank that came with the Tahatsu. The cool thing about this boat is that I can literally run, like 3 trips on 3-gallon tank. Typically I'm running anywhere from 10 to 15 mile trips when I take it out fishing, and most of the time I come back and I still have probably 2 gallons left. So this boat's really good on gas. Very cheap to run, very cheap to maintain. That is one of the main reasons that I really like Gheenoes. They're simple yet very neat, very customizable, if you will. So yeah, that's my 2023 custom Gheenoe LT10. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll do a little walk around right before we end this video. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. When summer comes, we're probably going to have a lot of videos on this boat. Oh, I got one more thing. Before we end the video, if you have a custom Gheenoe or any kind of Gheenoe, any kind of small boat, this is one thing that you really want to do, right? So this is called a transom saver. We'll end the video on this. Transom saver basically takes the stress of the weight of the motor and, in my situation, the jack plate. Takes the stress of all of that weight, which is well over 100 pounds, off of the transom, which probably takes the most stress out of everything on the boat. Yeah, so, well, we won't end it like that, obviously.
You can end it however you want. It's your channel.
All right.
All right, maybe not like that.
Yeah, not like that. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.